rather die though? Burger King or McDonald's?
Probably Burger King.
I know what I mean.
A friend of mine gave me a split lip Chamberlain shirt, but I was too fat to wear it, and I sold it on eBay. But
You look great though. You're not.
but it was small. It was
Right, okay.
too small for me. But I sold it on eBay. It went for €4. Why so cheap?
I was gonna say, well, that's expensive. No.
I don't know. It's crazy to think about. I once had a box of split lip 7 inches. I had like 25 of them. And it's crazy to think about. It's totally humbling and weird, but like, I see them sell for like $75 on eBay. Like, I think back to just like being in my parents' house with the box of like shitty, 7 inches that at the time were like, I think the insert was like photocopied. There was like shitty old 7 inches that nobody wanted at the time, and it's crazy to think about. But the key thing is that I've seen bootleg split lip shirts, like bootleg split lip and maybe Chamberlain shirts. I think just split lip shirts.
Okay, Rob, you've been on tour for about 6 months now.
Yeah, that's like 300 years and dog years of like touring. So somehow I'm still alive. It's true. I've been on tour consecutively for 6 months without a break of more than 2 or 3 nights off of not playing.
Okay, and still more to go.
Yeah, I have tours that go right up until the end of February. So I don't know how many months that's going to be in total. 10, I think, in total. 10 months. Well, the mayor of Toronto, I don't know if you've been following him, so not to date it, but is very much involved in a crack cocaine scandal right now, which is by far not even the most embarrassing thing he's been involved in. So
I've been on tour for 3 days. I'm jet lagged. I haven't slept. Tons of anxiety, but like Rob said, you do get to play music. And every time I live in New York, and every time I'm on the subway, you see a dude busking, just like playing his guitar on the subway. He's probably better than you are, and he would give his left nut to like have any part of this. I think about that guy a lot when I'm, complaining about free beer, free food, and a wonderful place to play.
again, kind of going back to the lifestyle of traveling all the time, essentially at this point, I do try to eat as healthy as I possibly can because it really makes an enormous difference. Because I'm not giving this up. There's no way in hell that I'm giving this up until the doctor says I have to. And that's when the tour stops. Because I'm not doing this without this. But I think that German food is very interesting. I mean, it's very heavy. It's very dense. There with the mac and cheese thing with the deep fried onion thing on top of it wasn't so bad at all. Cash especially.
Kind of, right?
I'll know to avoid it when I see it again.
I haven't had a job in 2 years, so every day is kind of always a weekend for me. I do work from time to time. I'm impressed actually that Rob does this as full time as he does, because frankly I don't know how you do it. Canadian government?
No, not really. No.
What do you mean not really?
That sounded well, they did give me a little bit of money to make a record and kind of promote it. But
why was I fucking Canadian? I really do wish I
I'm
was.
sorry, you have to ask your grandparents why they chose the wrong place to immigrate, my friend. That's not up to me.
Well, as most liberally minded Americans will tell you, they wish they were Canadian at times. But yeah, I'm envious. But
yeah, because you get to
remember
smoke crack and still be mayor, so that's pretty cool.
I don't want to talk about this, but I do commercial music. I produce and write
Commercial jingles?
Jingles. I've written some jingles and some TV stuff. Yeah, but nobody needs to know about those.
I'm sorry you just lost your credibility.
I know.
I worked in a candy store when I was 18 for 8 days, and on the 9th day I got fired. Not for stealing money, because I just wasn't clever enough to do that like the other people that worked there who stole money from the till. And not for stealing candy, because it seems like I was the only person who was doing that, and it didn't seem to matter. But because I was supposed to open the store one day. But it turns out I didn't know that, and I didn't even have a key for the store or the alarm code. And when I showed up, as I thought it was supposed to show up, I got fired. And yeah, that was kind of weird. Because I think when you're a musician, you're someone that doesn't plan on having a permanent job for very long because you want to go out and play the music you write for other people. You can't really get great jobs, so you have to take these temporary jobs, and they're all equally weird. My body will tell me when it's time to stop. By a hospital visit, I'm sure.
People that know me know that I have some, I'm talking about this, but my stomach doesn't always cooperate. But there was a time where I was on tour and I got like 100, always getting sick. We were talking about this earlier.
Yeah.
Getting sick on the tour is the worst thing ever. But I was on tour once with Chamberlain, and I don't know what happened, but I came down with like 103 fever, and I was really sick, and I couldn't stop going to the restroom. I mean, we're talking like 17 times a day. Like, it was going on for days and days and days, and like with fever, and I was such a martyr, and so like, so I just like, I had to finish the tour. Like, I'm really pig-headed when it comes to stuff like that. I heard a story once that this happened to Mike Watt, and he like actually duct taped the cuffs of his legs. Like, he just wrapped duct tape around them, and just, I didn't do, this isn't part of my story, I didn't do this, but he did that. But anyway, it turned out that I had this thing called Campylobacter, which is like a bacteria that you get. And the only way you can get this bacteria is from ingesting feces. But I don't really know how this happened, but I think it's just a testament that in those punk rock days, we definitely like stayed in some less than quaint accommodations that might not have been the cleanest places in the world, because apparently I ate shit and almost died.